Let me just put out that I'm streaming. Alright, so need to move this side. Oh wait, I can't. Let me just properly show you the sideboard. So this is the list that I'm thinking of running. I was fiddling with playing Destructive Revelry to hedge against some enchantment stacks that I've been facing, but I don't think it's worth it, because you really want these Destructive Revelry to play against Prowess, and if you are shocking yourself against Prowess, you're not in a good place, I think. And it's really greedy to try and play green when you're trying to play a Kor Firewalker. So I'm just gonna go for the classic list here. I think it's good. Maybe I don't think that Searing Blaze is particularly good right now. It only really hits Prowess. That puts me at 6 cards for Prowess only, basically. I mean, I guess it still hits like humans and taxes. Yeah, no, I like it. I like it. So let's go for a league. Hopefully we manage to dodge all the hate that's running around, because red decks did make a ton of results this weekend. So people should be packing in some hate. Hopefully it all goes well though. Like hopefully we can dodge. At least hopefully we can dodge like the bad matchups. I don't love this hand. It's a bit soft to Thoughtseize, but like 2 lands and spells you gotta keep, I feel like. So we're up against Dredge. So this is a turn 2 Cathartic. No turn 1 play is very good for us, honestly. Sorry, no turn 1 play. And I fetch for a basic here. And like Dredge doesn't really play around stuff. You know, like, or rather, game 1 Dredge is just trying to turbo out their win cons. So I think that spiking here is better to have instants for later turns. But this is a bad matchup for sure. Creeping Chill is just so annoying. Okay, that's a double Creeping Chill right away. But like not much else. And he milled away 1 Cathartic and lands. Like his hand's bound to be not awesome because he started up with a tapped land. So Goblin Guide's not great, but it does get in for 2 at least. Ooh, Prize Amalgam's good. Unless he has a Haggle, because he's gonna draw this. Let's Skewer now. Game 1 against Red, you're basically hoping that they don't have that fast of a game. But we do have the spicy tech. Dredge tends to over-sideboard a little bit to beat enchantments. And we're not running any enchantments, we're running surgical. Which does get... which is in my opinion better against them. Because like they have no way of solving this surgical, right? They do their thing, I surgical chill, and now their deck works not as well. This is a hardcast Stinkweed Imp. You love to see it. Land here is decent. I'm not gonna attack. I'm not gonna help him in putting a dredger into his graveyard. I think that waiting is fine. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He still doesn't have enough to escape the Ox. That's our winning ticket. If he does get to escape the Ox, we're basically dead. No reunion, please. Haggle. That's a problem. That's definitely a problem. Hopefully my opponent is not on... oh, he's gonna escape the Ox now, okay. Sadly we don't have any Skullcracks. Like, Skullcrack here would be great. He does have to shock himself, because Dredge usually only runs one mountain. Like, this shocking here tells me he's not running the white for, what's it called? Smiting Helix? Which is very good for us. Very good for us. So this Ox is gonna be a nuisance. I'm still running Bloodgast. Another chill. Wait, another 2 creeping chills. Oh, he discarded a creeping chill. Okay, so opponent's out of creeping chills. We're at 10, and they're gonna bring back a ton of power here. So can we do it with our hands? We have 10, 13. So I don't think we can do it. This is too much power for us to beat. And opponent has Loam in hand. Opponent has Loam in hand, so we can't. Let me just do my thing here. And I don't think I'd ever shoot these bolts to the ground, like there's way too many creatures for me to try and stop. Just do this right away. Just let all of these resolve. Okay, so I'm at 9. And I'm definitely taking 9 next turn. So I need Lightning Helix. It's not awful. This one is not awful. Huh. Like, opponent has Bloodgast, so I need to take that one into account. So I think that the play here is... god, what is the play here? So I'm taking 3 in the air for sure. And I have to block Ox and Amalgam. And blocking Ox and Amalgam means I'm taking another 3. Like this is 6, opponent's still at 5. So I just lose, right? Like there's no way I can turn this around. Like if this were a bowl, if this were a Helix, I maybe could have gotten there because I would go back up to 12. Then Bloodghast doesn't come hasty and he can't kill me, so I get another turn to draw something, but I just lose here, right? What if I'm attacking here? Opponent chumps my guide, and it chumps 1. Next turn I'm taking these 5. What if I go bolt, attack with Swiftspear? An opponent has to chump with an Archamoeba. So then I'm taking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with Bloodghast, so I'm dead either way. He has Loam, so he always gets that cast. Okay, I'm gonna concede here. Okay, so we definitely want Surgical. I think that Grim Lavamancer is a bit too slow. Eidolon's pretty much unplayable. So what am I thinking from the side? I like Searing Blaze, because like removing, like killing Ox or Amalgam like mid-combat is quite relevant. I think I'm gonna do that. I don't love Path. Like Path, it removes things permanently, but like my opponent's gonna have so many. That Path isn't really a thing. This hand's garbage. Okay. This hand's very risky because one lander on the play is very risky. But run him to 6. We have Surgical, we have creatures to keep the pressure on. I'm gonna take it. And I bottomed the Boros Charm because I don't have the colors to cast it. And on one land, I don't really want to keep 2-drop. Now I can't F6 because any moment I might need to Surgical. So my rule of thumb for Surgical against Reg is you always Surgical away their Creeping Chills. And you try to hold it until a Creeping Chill hits the board. Because draw land here, we're pretty happy. Because Creeping Chill is what makes the matchup so hard, right? Like imagine if my opponent earlier didn't drain me for 9. Like he ended the game at 11 and I had 6 damage in hand, so it would have been more than that. Drawing Skullcrack is actually decent. So we need a land now. This outlet's gonna be dealing some damage to us. Opponent doesn't have the turn 1 play, which is very good for us. Now there's an argument for using my Surgical if opponent discards 2 Stinkwids with this Cathartic here. If he goes Cathartic and discards basically 2 of the same card, but I'd rather it was 2 2 stink with There's an argument to surgical that. Okay, so these aren't great. Opponent probably kept a Nature's Claim and another Swiftspear. Okay, we're fine with that. It's decent enough of a board pressure. Sadly, we won't use our surgical prowess trigger all that well, because opponent's gonna do things in their turn. Okay, Shriekhorn. A turn 3 Shriekhorn's fine. Only lands. An opponent can claim his own Shriekhorn, if it comes to it. So he gets a pet Bloodghast, I don't care about that. Which triggers Amalgam, I care a little bit about that. So if opponent shocks... Oh, 2 mountains. That's weird, why didn't he do that? Maybe it was already on the graveyard. Is this a loam? It is a loam. Okay, so I'm fine with that. What's our play here now? If we draw Lightning Bolt, we can just win. Let me do some math here. I get in for 3, I get in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Am I dumb? Like Skullcrack and Surgical, these attack for 9, and Skullcrack is another 3, so I just win? Am I doing this properly? Can I win without Surgical? 3 and 6 is 9, no, so I can't win without Surgical. Sadly, I'd like to not show Surgical if I could, but like, I'm not gonna risk it. Alright, so opponent had a pretty crappy hand, and he just conceded, okay. So now we showed Surgical, so opponent might be inclined to basically not... opponent might be inclined to not keep a Nature's Claim hand, which he didn't. But I want Searing Blaze on the draw. It looks quite worse. Like maybe 2 paths would be fine. Because you basically path. What are you pathing if you're on the draw? Ox is a good one to path. I don't know, I just... Like Searing Blaze can even be cast for without landfall, just to clear blocking Narcomoeba. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this. I like this boarding, I think. Decent hand. We don't have any hate in Skullcrack or Surgical, but we do have Helix, which is very decent. We have a non-painful land situation, so I think I'm gonna keep. I don't think I can be too greedy here. Like, if we draw one of those, we're pretty much golden for the rest of the game. I prefer Surgical, just because it's free. So, no turn 1 play, it seems. Goblin Guide's quite decent. Let's go for Goblin Guide. Fetch a basic, we do want to preserve our life total. Right. Revealing Amalgam's very decent. Not really. Isn't he gonna fetch away the Amalgam? Okay, he is. We're gonna probably F6, like there's no reason to do this. He's taking unnecessary damage here. So he has Loam in hand, is my take from this shocking situation. Cathartic. Oh, Loam. Okay. I kinda don't care about that, right? And Surgical here is such a good draw. Let's attack. Building land, that's fine. He has the Loam engine going, so he's never gonna miss a land drop. And I think I want to Boros Charm here. Yeah. The Boros Charm is just good enough to... Like, Helix is not a especially fast card for us. Okay, so the Dredge Tree wasn't great. We have Lethal in hand. Our opponent doesn't know that. Does get back some Bloodghasts. Like, if he doesn't get a blocker here, I'm just gonna kill him with Charm plus Double Bolt. He's gonna Loam again. That's a really bad play though. So I'm gonna Charm now. I don't know what this open mana could be, to be honest. But let's attack here. If this goes through, we have lethal or lightning bolts. Alright, so do I want to do it now? What could opponent have? Like, opponent could be running some weird 8 card. I think I'm just gonna let him try and do something. I have double lightning bolt, so we can do it at instant speed. I just don't want to take any chances. Like, he drew Golgari Thug. So we're fine. I don't know why I just deleted it from there, but... Like, opponent has to do something eventually, right? Or am I getting, like... so low? I'm gonna try it here. Opponent could haggle for Creeping Chill, but we have the Surgical. Okay, so he just didn't have anything. Alright. Pretty decent beating Dredge after losing game 1. But that's how Dredge goes, right? you lose game 1 because you don't have any specific hate. Their hate is, I mean, not it. Graveyard hate is not that specific nowadays because Uro exists. But yeah, you lose game 1 and then game 2 and 3, you have your chances. That's why I like Surgical. Like, Surgical beats Dredge just fine. Whereas Rest in Peace, like, completely destroys Dredge. Unless they kept a spell that resolves Rest in Peace. And I know that X card being destroyed by Y card isn't really an argument not to play the X card, but in this specific situation, Dredge mulls very well. So if Dredge wants to have it, they will have it, because they side in a bunch, and then they just have it, and they can wait a little bit before trying to go off to get you, because if you have Rest in Peace, you will almost always play it on curve. I don't like this hand, and it's so sad because we have a turn to Eidolon. But I'm gonna mold it away. Like, I have no colors for 2 of my spells, and this land situation is just awfully painful with Eidolon. And I have to mold this away, sadly. It's much better. I'm gonna ship away the Grim Lavamancer. Or maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. I like Grim Lavamancer. Well, like Grim Lavamancer alongside Eidolon is just too good. I might chip away the Skewer. Which is a bit weird considering I went cards in graveyard for Lavamancer, but what's this? Oh, that's spicy. Do you used to take 4 damage? Yes. Taking the damage here. Fetch is pretty great. I'm gonna hold on to it. Do I want to play Grim Lavamancer here? Or does Grim Lavamancer just die? Okay, so here's the plan. I play Grim Lavamancer, opponent kills it. If I play Swiftspear, opponent might not kill it. I'm gonna play Swiftspear. I'd rather have Lavamancer survive, you know? Another Vexing Devil. And this one I'm gonna let stay. If you cast another one, I kill it. Does the opponent have Thoughtseize? No, okay. That's pretty fine. Lightning Bolt's great, and I'm not gonna play Eidolon here. I'm gonna kill the Vexing Devil. And play the Grim Lavamancer. And if my opponent's playing Thoughtseize, this could have gone very bad. I did have 2 Lightning Bolts, so not really, but like Rune of Ramnap Ruins, so this is some kind of budgety burn, right? Yeah, this is like Rakdos burn. With Incinerator, that's valuable information. I'm a big fan of this card. I don't think it's good right now. I legitimately don't think it's a good card right now. We're dead to double Lightning Bolt. We're dead to double Lightning Bolt, so... And I can't really do anything about that, right? So let's just maximize our damage here. Okay, now our Boros Charm is lethal. Maybe I should have left back Lavamancer to ensure that our Boros Charm got there. Or rather, to ensure that the opponent doesn't, like... I don't know. Not sure if there's anything he could have. Oh, we're there to bolt either way. There's nothing we could have done about that. Oh? Okay, so we're just dead. Pretty close, pretty close. Okay, so what's our plan here? Our plan... Opponent might be on Dragon's Claw. I really don't want to put... cuts. Okay, let's go to cuts. I think Skullcrack's bad. I think Boros Charm is somewhat bad, and I think that Lava Spike's bad. I usually side and smash the Smithereens because he's bound to have Dragon's Claw in the side, yeah? Yo, Mnish, how's it going? Having a hard time against a weird mirror. I think I have to do it like this. Not really a fan of this hand. Hey, Roughmar. Maybe you're talking to Mnish. Yeah, you're probably talking to Mnish with that sort of affection. I got some stuff this morning, mostly non-Amulet. Like, Amulet could be coming a little bit back, because the hate's probably gonna turn towards Prowess. And to beat Prowess is just lurking here like a creep. I mean, you're chatting, so by definition not lurking. But Amulet could be somewhat back. I'm gonna mull this. This hand's awful. This hand's much nicer. I'm gonna ship away the Sunbaked. No. I need double white. Sadly. So, gotta respect keeping the Eidolons. I didn't keep them. Wait. Oh yeah, Eidolon's great in the mirror, because here's how you play the mirror. You either come out swinging, especially if you're on the play, you come out swinging and force them to answer your threats. If you're on the draw, your plan is to basically kill all their stuff and get them to a point. Seal of Fire? Okay. Oh yeah, so this is the what's it called? Incinerator test. If he doesn't kill my thing, he's playing Incinerator. So let's test it out. So he does kill my thing, so he's not playing an Incinerator next turn. So what do I do here? I think I As much as I like sandbagging the land for Searing Blaze, I think that him leading with Seal of Fire is synonym to him not having a creature. I'm just gonna suspend Double Rift Bolt. As I was saying, so in the mirror you kill all their stuff, and then you need to stick a threat. And like Eidolon's a really good threat. Like if you're playing Lightning Helix, especially like I am. Sorry, it's my list. Like if you're playing Lightning Helix, you can get to a position where your life tools are about the same when you start going into a more of a aggressive role as the player on the draw. So there's value to playing Eidolon in the mirror, I think. If you're playing Lightning Helix. Like if my opponent's probably not playing Eidolon, but if opponents were playing Eidolon, like an Eidolon here for him would be mediocre at best because I would just kill it. So he did the same thing as me, right? Okay, that's an interesting one. Great draw, great draw. I'm gonna play it, because this basically deals 2 to him and gains me 3. Yeah, so Eidolon was great there. And I know I was kind of saying that Eidolon's not great in that exact situation for opponent, but that's because I was kind of ahead in life. So that's why I say that you should only keep Eidolon if you're playing Lightning Helix. Because you can get to a situation where you're just better off in terms of life. Opponent can Incinerator here, and we kinda just lose if he does. Like I already mulled to 6, I can't mull to 5 looking for a maybe answer. But I think it's funny that this weekend, let me see if I can pull up the results. Okay, basically in the showcase challenge there were 13 red aggro decks, 8 prowess and 5 burns. So I gotta respect people for still playing red in leagues. Like most people, most people are just looking to anti-red tech Harsh Mentor. Okay. I guess it does punish my Sunbaked Canyon. No land here kinda sucks. But if we do draw land next turn, we have lethal. And the opponent does have lethal here if he wants to. Okay, not anymore. I still has it. Maybe not. So this attacks. So what's this? Light up the stage. Oh, Cling to Dust? Really? Playing Cling to Dust in burn? Okay. Vexing Devil. Do you wish to take 4 damage? With a bump in the night, I go down to 9. Let's say no. So I have a Searing Blaze. This absolutely goes face. Hopefully we draw land here. Well, maybe not. Gotta kill that. And this is the reason I don't love Searing Blaze as much as I used to. I'd rather be just dead. So, Harsh Mentor is sick. It's not a great card. Like, what does it even hit? That's super relevant. He didn't play a land, so he definitely has something. But let's let him have it. Does it hit anything too relevant nowadays? Okay, so we lost against Rakdos Burn. But like, peculiar card choices like Cling to Dusk is super spicy, by the way. That's why it's a great fetch lens. Oh yeah, it does hit fetch lens. But I don't know. Like, the fact that Taxes is not great and Leonin Arbiter hits fetch lens makes me very doubtful that this would be all that great. So Prowess, Uro, Stoneforge. Kinda hits Stoneforge. Like, see, if this triggered on Planeswalkers, this card would be very cool. I'd play it if it triggered on Planeswalkers, but this was before the time where they made things hate on Planeswalkers. It also destroys goblins, kinda, but not really. Or does it? Yeah, because they can combo on their turn, because it goes active player, non-active player to the stack. Like, Goblin's so easy for burn. It does hit some stuff, but I don't know. The fact that no like activated artifacts are really played makes me not want to play something like that. But big respect for that player. I don't like Light Up the Stage in Burn, I think it's a bad burn card, and I don't like Vexing Devil, because I think it's a bad burn card. But in Rakdos, where you're more lower to the ground, it's a bit better. Just Light Up the Stage and Riftbolt not working together is just tragic. Do I like this hand? On the draw, triple creature, let's go. No white cards to punish the Islet. I'm gonna top deck an Advantage. Yeah, maybe Harsh Mentor hits enough stuff that it's maybe not good, but playable. I don't know. I do have a playset of that card in paper because I think it's a good maybe board card. That's for sure. What do I want to do here? Do I want to play Swifty? I guess I want to play Swiftspear. If opponent wants to trade with Snapcaster, I'm fine. So, is it a Snapcaster or a Lightning Bolt? So, bolting the guide, that's fine. And the path here. Path makes me not like Lavamancer as much here. Do I want to bolt now? I want to bolt now, because I don't want to suspend Rift Bolt into a Teferi. Huh, but maybe I need Lavamancer. I'm gonna cast Lavamancer in here. I like to kind of force my opponent to take care of it on his turn. That's why I'm playing Lavamancer, because I think it's good against blue, because it makes them play something on their turn. Because if I untap with Lavamancer, right now it's kind of awkward because I don't have enough cards in my graveyard, but so opponent has Snap, Bolt, and Path. Huh. And I can attack with Swiftspear. So my play is, I'm attacking with Swiftspear, and if opponent acts on my Swiftspear attack, I do things. If he Snap Bolts my Swiftspear attack, so no blocks, so he's just gonna let the damage go through. And that's fine. Because 16 and 15 makes a ton of difference. And we know he has Path, so he's gonna Snap and not bolt my thing? Okay. So this is where we act on it. And I'm gonna hit face because he has Path to... Opponent has Path so that this Swiftspear is never gonna attack again. So I kinda don't care about that. And now I have to do something risky. Oh. Jace. We kinda love that. We kinda love that. Can we kill here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, kill this, and it's 10. So I'm gonna go for it. I'm absolutely gonna go for it. Hopefully we can get there. So no force. Gotcha. Okay, now post sideboard, what do we want to do? He definitely runs... what does Jeskai run in the side? Timely reinforcements for sure. We have the Skullcracks. Do we want to bring anything in, even? Why is my Lightning Helix glitching out? Stop it. Why are my Lightning Helixes glitching out? Do I want to bring anything in? Like, legitimately not, right? Surgical's cute to hit away timely because opponent might... Like, how do we lose this? I think that... I'm not gonna lie, I like Surgical just because it stops Mystic Sanctuary from doing things. And like, even if they go like Lightning Helix your thing, I can Surgical it, and bam, no more Helix for opponent. And it also stops Snap, yeah, I like it. What do I take out? I think I'm taking out some Rift Bolts. Because the Fairy is a card. Like with Mystic Sanctuary, blue has enough graveyard recursion that bringing in some graveyard hate is fine. Especially if you're... We have the perfect creatures, but I'm not gonna keep 5 lands. I'm gonna keep 3 though. And I hate this art, so I'm gonna throw that one away. I'm keeping this because it has Skullcrack, basically. Which might not be good enough to keep, but... I hate keeping lands. Like, I hate keeping 3 lands and then drawing another land. But it happens way too much. I should have shocked myself. Opponent's playing Field of Ruin. Untimely. Yeah, I definitely should have shocked myself there. Always shock yourself if you're playing against a timely deck. This could be it. Lightning Helix. Absolutely. Okay. So we're in a bad spot now. Ooh. I'm not gonna skewer because I have enough space to skewer here. Oh, Stoneforge. Was not expecting that one. We were selling for 75 tickets. Do it, do it. I sold my euro some time ago, sorry. Oh, yeah, you should, I guess. Did you fetch Bear Skull? Wait, is euro really 75 tickets? Oh my god, it is. It is 80 tickets. Wow. Just from this weekend, huh? Wow. Do I kill Stoneforge? I definitely kill Stoneforge here, right? It's a little awkward. No, not really. I hate letting my opponent timely me, but if I don't kill that Stoneforge, I'm in trouble. My opponent's playing Jeskai, so... Ooh, the Fairy is good. The Fairy is good for us. And bounce... Oh my god. Did the opponent really just do that? We keep drawing lands. That's how we lose this game. Let's kill the Fairy. Yeah, I can't really let the Fairy sit there because I'm holding Skullcrack. Why do blue cards always get so expensive? No place from opponents. Another Stoneforge. Huh. Another Skullcrack. We're ready, boys. I'll attack here. Opponent could block. I'm not gonna Skullcrack, right? I'm gonna hold 2 for his turn. I guess we Skullcrack once. Like, just because we have 4. Lava Spike's fine. I don't think we cast it, because we need to Skullcrack my opponent's next turn. What's this? Ooh, Shark Typhoon for 2. The opponent's not getting Bear Skull on the field. Does he know that he didn't show me this on game 1, so I had no way of sighting it in? Like Artifact Hate? I'm gonna Skullcrack again. Trying to get my opponent into a false sense of security about Skullcrack, because I want him to think that, like, I cast 2, so I want my opponent to wonder what the hell I'm doing. Like, Surgical here is not bad, because I can null... Wait, what the hell is my opponent doing? Is he that desperate for lands? Does he want to equip the sword to make me discard? That's smart. What is opponent doing? I'm really confused. Do I Skullcrack here? I can't, right? Like, I need to have 2, because opponent's definitely holding on to a Cryptic Command. Like, that's the only counter they have, right? Boros Charm is very decent. Okay, so our plan is Skullcrack away this Batter Skull. So let's Skullcrack. An opponent counters it with his thing. Snap. Ooh. We're gonna get it. Is it Snap Helix? I don't think so, buddy. An opponent's hand is total garbage. Oh, look at that hand. That's complete garbage. And wait, let's not forget. Okay, so in case we lose, I think that we just win here. Let me just see. No timely reinforcements? What is opponent doing? Okay, so opponent has double snap. He can't really snap anything there. So this resolves, and this resolves, or this resolves. Okay, so he just kill opponent. Took away all of them. And look. We can even block the better skull here. Alright. So yeah. I've had people flame me for Surgical, but Surgical won me that game. I mean, not really, let's be honest. I had another Skullcrack for his Helix, so but like we drew 4 Skullcrack. Imagine I only drew 2 or 1. Like that Surgical would have come in clutch. Surgical against blue really really screws their recursion. Like their recursion is so strong, like they rely on it so much that I think it's worth it to try and disrupt it. Do I have 50 play points? Okay, I have 55 play points, so this is enough to play another league, because I am super low on play points. Because I've learned a valuable lesson in Magic Online, which is don't play on the weekends, unless you're playing a big tournament. I like this hand. Because if you're not playing a big tournament, you get paired with all forms of jank, and it's not worth it. This card's a Goblin, guys, and honestly, any other burn hand, this would be death, but ooh, this card's Eidolon? Why though? Of course we draw land. And him discarding Eidolon's super weird. It means he has more discard in hand. Is Death's Shadow a cool deck to play? Okay, that also works. Because Death's Shadow should be super cheap right now, right? Online, of course. Yeah, it's 1 ticket. And it's been historically almost 2 tickets, so super cheap. I love that draw, but I think I like Eidolon more in this spot specifically. So I'll attack into the Fatal Push, and if opponent doesn't push the Goblin Guide, oh, he has Inquisition. Okay, so definitely playing Eidolon here. Ooh, and playing this land might have been a mistake, because I'm definitely tapping it twice, so a shock land would have made more sense. Okay. Super weird play. Inquisition is very good here. Okay, so like, I would have lost this, to be honest. Opponent's at 12. I have 1 burn spell in hand. but sure, whatever. Pat's good here. Grim Lavamancer is also good because it forces him to have things. My least favorite card in this matchup has to be Skull. He does play Cling. So Skewer. Because Skewer kinda needs... Yeah, against Shadow I think Skewer is the worst. Let's keep it like that. I was saying earlier that you should avoid playing leagues if you play a red deck, because you just come across all forms of weird decks and non-meta decks. Burn is a bit soft to non-meta, like Ad Nauseam and Bogles are not really meta, and are like, I gotta get rid of the Helix, right? Even though it's nice to have. Yeah, I think that's gotta be it. Ad Nauseam and Bogles aren't really meta right now. Maybe Ad Nauseam is a little bit, but you face them a lot more on weekends because people that play meta decks play the challenges and whatnot, and then they stop playing for that day because challenges and big tournaments are long and you end up quite tired. So you end up not playing the meta, basically. That's my advice. Okay, that's a push if I've ever seen one. So do we play into it? I think we don't, right? Okay, that's good, that's good. And I'm trying to go around having a creature in my graveyard for Cling. This can't be a Shadow of Thoughtseize, okay. Now one's really confused because he sees the creature and he thinks, why the hell didn't he play the creature? And one kinda has to take path, yeah. Must feel super bad. Like, Thoughtseize is so bad against us. How cheap did Thoughtseize get? Oh, does opponent have Stubborn Denial? Or Bolt? Where are we betting on? What are we betting on? Okay, if it is Bolt... Bolt plus Cling are kind of annoying. So I'm gonna pass. Weird play patterns from me, but I'm the guide already got in for 2, right? Okay. So rough spot for us. I think we bolt face. We would love to see... Land here is okay. I'm like, how big does my opponent's shadow has to be for me to die? I'm at 18, so a 9/9. So opponent has to be at 4, which is not great for us. Let's throw one out. Let's throw one out there. The opponent has the thing that kills me. What's it called? Battle Rage. I don't think we win here. Ever. Okay, so we basically win next turn. No, we don't, because he's gonna have Stubborn Denial. I should have Lava Spike last turn, and then I Lava Spike here, and I hold up Bolt. Inquisition, that's not great. And does he have the Battle Rage? He does. Okay, so we're just dead. Alright. I think we keep the same 61. Did not mean to do that, sorry. My Lightning Helix are going wild here. What's happening? Maybe I need to restart my magic online? Is that a thing? Alright, here we go. Yes, I would like to play first. This ends very soft to turn 1 discard. This one's a bit better. I'm gonna put this away. Like, Skullcrack's only good if we had a turn 1 creature. Helix is fine here. Let's actually suspend this right now. Not having a creature here is a bit awful, because that's how you beat. He kept Street Rage in. It's very questionable. This is a push. So no discard is my takeaway from this. Oh, Boros Charm is a good one. Alright, let's... If opponent does something here like Thought Scour, yeah, I'm gonna Boros Charm now. So I don't want to get blown up by a Stubborn Denial in like a minute. Opponent can't... Okay, so he doesn't do anything. That's great for us. Another Boros Charm. Okay, so we just wait until he does something. That's the play here. Another Thought Scour. Snapcaster. So we're getting the beat down. So I'm gonna do this again to play around the thing. Stubborn Denial. I'm really bad with card names. No land. Okay. So we're kind of fine with the snap beats, right? Like, what card don't we want to see here? And Stubborn Denial you pay 1, right? Yeah, you pay 1. Okay, so we're in a good spot, I think. Like, opponent definitely cannot kill us next turn. And we have enough damage to go through a bunch of their things. Sadly, we don't have enough to kill him next turn through Stubborn Denial. So we obviously take this. There's not a great clock. An opponent thought scours. Is he playing the big guy here? And a fetch land. Let's shoot one now. We really want to land next turn. Opponent takes it. Oh, Eidolon's so spicy. Yeah, I'm gonna play Eidolon. Because he then can play spells. Unless he drowns this. Am I getting drowned in the lock? Duh. I am. Spicy stuff from opponent. Spicy stuff. Now I really need to draw a land. That might have been a punt, to be honest. Like, I should have waited Helix end of turn and untap play Eidolon to lock him out of doing anything other than playing the big dude. He has 5 in hand, that's a lot. He's playing something. Is this a cling? It's definitely a cling on my Eidolon. Gurmag. Alright, alright. Ooh. Do we go for it now? Yeah, we're dead if we... Oh, we're dead if we don't. So one needs Stubborn Denial and Stubborn Denial, basically. Like, you can't crack that, okay. Very close. I definitely punted there. I shouldn't have played Eidolon. You should pass the turn, go to end step, cast Helix. An opponent uses this mana for Drown in the Lock, and now I can Eidolon on my turn, or in this case I would have been more comfortable in playing Lightning Bolt into Lava Spike. Definitely the better play. We end up not getting punished, but 2 Stubborn Denial would have gotten us here. Or like, he couldn't crack this, so his only out were 2 Stubborn Denials. But sometimes they have it, so I definitely should have played around that a bit better. I'm still not used to this card, to be honest, but I think it's really good in Shadow. Because Shadow plays to feel your graveyard doesn't matter, but still, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. You can Thought Scour opponents if you're not on a Gurmag Angler hand. That's very decent. Okay, so we're already going even. I'm happy to do that. That's a fast match. And that strikes me as someone who knows how to play. 5 trophies, yeah, that's because of the icon. We hate this hand. We kind of like this hand. I'm gonna ship Lava Spike, as weird as that is, because Skullcrack's just so valuable. If opponent's on Uro, having a Skullcrack, opponent's on Titan, so having Skullcrack is still relevant. Yeah, sadly I gotta lead with Goblin Guide. Please no land, please no land, please no land. Another castle's pretty fine actually. It's the first one that you don't want to see. And Sakura is definitely fine. And I know that Munij will be mad with my next play, that I'm not gonna kill it. Ghost Quarter. Boo, kill it. I can't kill it! I kill it, right? That's the play here. Kill it and cast Lavamancer. This is a Dryad. Okay, we're fine with that. And another one. Yeah, that's why I don't like killing them, because now I can't kill the second one. Do I heal? Yeah, I think that's a bit bad. It's a bit worse in terms of damage, but Summoner's Pact. Ooh. So that's just a Titan. Even if we killed this one, it'd be a Titan. Okay. Opponent had no... That's pretty smart. That's pretty smart. Even add the natural Titan. So this is Radiant Fountain and whatever the fuck. A bounce to replay it. Okay, so I don't think we can win this, to be honest. Maybe we can. Let's play it out. Opponent doesn't even wait. Respecting the main board Skullcracks. I like this Lightning Bolt. Ooh. He has another one. Can we realistically deal 18 damage until next turn? So 9 in hand, activate this. 11, 12, 13. We have this turn and next turn maybe. I think I have to. This is called a Grim Lavamancer play. Like, I can't bolt this and Lavamancer it, but like, I don't love that. What is this? Okay, so it's another Titan. That's fine. Opponent plays Vesuva here, probably. And copies Radiant Fountain. Ooh, no, a bounce. And I'm gonna Skullcrack now. Ooh. Okay. I'm taking 6 here. I'm 12 here. So I'm dead next turn, right? My opponent gets field. Oh, I'm so dead. Is there any draw? I just die. Like, I don't think there's any draw here to save me. This is a matchup that I don't particularly love. I think that on the draw you don't even play path. Like, I want to be aggressive. I don't want to be trying to clear the board. No lands. Just enough. Okay. So we saw the Stacy. Now opponent's gonna play an Arboreal Grazer. Oh, he plays the Bog. That's a slow hand if I've ever seen one. Right? Like no turn 1 play. Oh, this is super scary. This tells me I have more pitch. Well, like, we don't care too much about him. What's the worst that can happen? Amulet into bounce into... Explore here is super slow, right? So now we want land or lightning bolt. That works. Let's get in with a whole class. And can opponent Titan this turn? Amulets into bounds. He probably can with the right hand. Like, okay, so was our draw any good? Oh, awful draw. But like, yeah, our opponent was dead. Good. Okay, so now on the draw, I don't love Eidolon, just because everyone can get all his stuff out before. Maybe a Searing Blaze. How good is this Searing Blaze here? I'm gonna take one Searing Blaze because it kind of punishes the Dryad blocks. Oh, I hate this hand. I hate this hand so much. It's just bolts. It's just bolts. And I think we want creatures, right? Is this good enough to win the game? That's my question. Because I suspend Rift Bolt, and I suspend 2 Rift Bolt. Is this good enough to win the game? This is 18 damage by turn 3. Do we need to draw 2 lands for that? think I need to mold this. It is suspend into skewer ×2. I think it's suspend into double suspend into triple bolt. I need to go land. I know I don't love this. Like if my opponent has like I don't even know, a decent hand, this is not fast enough. As fast as this is, I like banking on drawing lands is not where I want to be at. Punished. Absolutely punished. This is straight unkeepable. That's fine. I'm gonna fetch into a shock here because of Ghost Quarter. Uro. I kinda like that, to be honest. The opponent's not gonna escape it. And do I leave Skullcrack up? Do I want to leave Skullcrack up and like cheese my opponent? Like this represents technically 6 damage. Oh, this is 5 plus whatever. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Opponent probably plays Uro now. So it goes back to 14. So the opponent doesn't have a good... Ooh, Dryad, okay. We're fine with Dryad, right? Are we fine with Dryad? Like, we're not that fine with Dryad. And because of Searing Blaze, I'm not gonna play this land. If I attack, I can get my opponent down to 10, basically. Is 10 a good spot for me? Not gonna lie, I think it is. Because if my opponent's down to 10, or do I kill the Dryad? No, I don't think I can kill the Dryad, right? Like with double strike, whatever he blocks. I do for one myself if he blocks the Goblin Guide. And like, he needs untapped, or Castle. This is a forest, so Castle works. Yeah. Okay, here are my options. Do nothing, which is bad, because I have 2 creatures. Attack and Skullcrack the Uro, which is the safe play, because it also kind of punishes the... Titan into Radiant Fountain, and then a bolt off the top wins us the game. I think I like those odds. I'm just gonna attack here. That's fine. 10 is a magical number if we're holding on to Boros Charm. And I don't think we can... it's Titan, we can always die. Like, That's good for us. That's absolutely good for us. So now I need a lightning bolt. That's not Rift Bolt. Now I need a lightning bolt that is not Rift Bolt. And the opponent's gonna Titan here for sure. But I don't think he can haste it, right? He's played 2 lands already, so he can't haste it. Like copying this does nothing. Okay. We're in a position where a lightning bolt gets us to a good spot. Is there any draw that punishes me not? That's a weird Valakut. Is there a draw that punishes me not playing this land? Not really, right? Oh my god, we did it. We did it, chat. We did it. Yeah, the Skullcrack land was definitely correct. Lucky boy. Look, I play like 20 lightning bolts. Is it lucky if I draw one? Come on. I think that the play that made the game was me holding on to Skullcrack to play it into either a Titan or Uro. It was definitely the best choice. This is a great result. Whew. Let's open a chest. And Uro. Ah, damn it. And that's the dream, right? Opening Uro. Isn't Shusher like worth something now? I mean, it was just reprinted, so probably not. It was worth like... okay, it was never worth anything. Okay. Very good result. What a lucker boy. What do you mean? I play 12 12 lightning bolts that won me the game there. 11 because Lava Spike was out. That's like a very high percentage of drawing lightning bolt. Always lucky, never good. Always lucky, never good. That's how you play Magic. Not gonna lie, that 3 times 5 sideboard is making me feel things. Good things, I hope. It's so pretty, right? I'm hoping it's good things. Because I did the math, and playing 2 copies of a sideboard card is just bad because you kinda never draw it reliably. And when you push it to 3, you basically see it like 2 out of 3 games you see it by your like 4th draw or 5th draw. So basically if you bring in like a bunch of sideboard cards, you're practically guaranteed to see at least one. Which is kind of enough to like one of each. I don't know, I just like it. I'm not gonna lie. It's burn, so like I have to play enough copies to see things. Like when I play with the green splash, it's not a good example. Anyway, sold my Uro, bought 4 vials and every single creature in Modern Goblins. Do you own 4 Cavern? Like, I know you own 2 because of Amulet, but do you own 4? I own 3. Okay. Goblins is... Wait, but there was a non-combo Goblins that made a good result. Let me pull up the list. Where is it? Very close to humans and stuff like that now. Like, both Goblins and humans are just so soft to Lava Dart. That's why they aren't being that played. because Lava Dart stops the Goblin combo, because Bogart has 1 toughness, and both Thalia and Goblins with Dark Confidence. Now that's spicy. I think I'd only do that with enough Sling Gang Lieutenants, but that's definitely spicy. Like that on top of stuff like Matron and Ringleader, that looks very spicy. I'm gonna put up a list here. I think it's I think you can properly see it, right? Okay. And I always liked this combo better, because the only card that's really questionable is like Putrid Goblin, and even that is okay. Like, it's the same amount of power as Morg War Marshal, but in 2 bodies instead of 3, and here you only pay the 2 mana, you don't have to echo it. So I honestly like it. Like, the Grim Gully combo is very cool. Like, this is a better aggro deck than... Oh, you have his list? Okay, so let me just... This list is a good aggro list because even if you're not comboing, you're just dealing tons of damage by playing goblins and attacking. A list like this, with like a bunch of non-goblins and a combo, is more akin to a combo deck than an aggro deck with a combo stuck in between, which I personally don't like. I'm not saying it's worst, I'm saying that I don't like it as much. Like, this is something I would gladly play if like Caverns weren't... If Cavern of Souls wasn't a Cavern of Kidneys, I'd play this. I don't think I'd play this. Again, me personally, because combo decks are fun if they're weird enough. This isn't weird enough for me. Like, Ad Nauseam is super fun because it's so weird the way you play it. Either way, thank you for watching. That was a decent league. We only lost the mirror, which is kind of surprising. I was half expecting to play against a bunch of against a bunch of anti-red decks. So this was a nice surprise, and I think our plays were quite tight. Like the mirror, why did we lose the mirror? Why did we lose the mirror? Like game 2, we didn't really see any sideboard cards, which are actually relevant. Like a Kor Firewalker there, and I would have been golden. And game 1, look, I think that Light Up the Stage is a bad burn card. And we lost game 1 because of Light Up the Stage, because opponent had enough draw to find his second bolt. But like, Light Up the Stage isn't where you want to be committing mana, in my opinion. Because like, burn running out of gas isn't really a problem, as weird as me saying that sounds. Like, I've won a bunch of games where I mulled to like 5 and even 4, and I win because your permanents are super efficient in terms of damage, and your spells are also very efficient. Like 1 mana, 3 damage is quite a lot. Not too much, but it's a lot. So you really only lose games. So you lose races, like if your opponent is just playing a faster deck that you either can't interact with because you don't have the cards or because it's hard to interact with. and you lose when you flood a lot. Like, that's a bit different than not drawing enough gas. Like, flooding means you curve out 6 lands, and like, you still have lands in hand, and you haven't had... Like, you just draw too many lands. Instead of, oh, I wasted my entire hand, now I'm top decking and my opponent's at 10. That almost never happens. Like, that happens a little bit against black decks with discard, and blue decks with counter spells. And like, if you're top decking, Light Up the Stage is just awful. So, I don't even think it's good there. Even though I lost to it, and I respect that I lost to it, I respect that it's a playable card, and it's insane in prowess. And if you're playing Rakdos Burn, then maybe it's a bit better, because you're playing... you're not playing like 2 mana spells, basically, right? Like, it's this list with Vexing Devil, Bump in the Night, and Light Up the Stage. So your only 2 mana spell should be Eidolon. So maybe it's a bit better there. Well, anyways, thank you for watching. I did get enough play points to play tomorrow. I was afraid that I would go like 1-4 and be stuck on not enough play points, but that was a good league. So see you tomorrow. Is anyone actually... I kind of want to raid someone that's playing Modern, but I'm like 90% sure no one's playing Modern today. Like, let me see who's playing Modern. Okay, Nassif is playing Modern. He's like the only one. Let's raid Nassif, I guess. He did do really well yesterday.